Hi, my name is Sheeka. I'm a 9-year-old German Shepherd bitch. My dad is Willie Koorts, a want-to-be YouTuber, but I don't think he's very good, as you will see from the bloopers at the end. We made this video together to enter into a competition, so I hope you'll like it. Get it? Okay. I was lovingly accepted into their family, even though my ears were still floppy in the beginning. In fact, I think they were laughing behind my back then. I still sleep a lot today, but did it even more when I was small. Sometimes even a brick served as a pillow. It was so great to dig holes in the garden, but for some reason I seem to be the only one who loved it, even to this day. My dad was not so happy with me when I did it. While my teeth developed, I chewed on absolutely everything, from my toys to the twins' hair, but particularly my dad's garden sprinklers. My favorite was to dig out cool drink bottles from the recycling. Talking about toys, I loved them when I was little. But even at my age, I still enjoy playing with toys today. Something which is very hard to catch is a frisbee, but one day I almost got it. One of the greatest toys I enjoyed most when I was little was something my dad made himself from leather and PVC pipe. He was told that this was good to develop my prey or play drive. I have no idea what it means. All I know, once I caught that prey, I hung on to it for dear life. Something almost as much fun is water. I just love water, and I'm not afraid of it in any way. The stronger the stream, the more the fun. A garden sprinkler is the best because it keeps moving all the time. I enjoy catching huge drops dripping from the roof when it rains. Bugs are also fun. This one flew into our house one night, but Dad was proud on me because I promptly dealt with it, even though it was a little scary at times. Something else I love to catch in summer are butterflies and wasps. They are abundant on our lawn and keep me busy for hours. One tree in our garden attracts bees, which I also love to catch. My dad says it will sting me, but I'm not afraid. My dad has this funny laser torch thing, which I can play with for hours. It does not matter how hard you jump on it, that little light does not die. It just jumps straight back onto your foot. Being an only dog, I enjoy contact with other dogs, but was a bit unsure how to handle it when I was small. I almost had the same problem when the tables were turned. I don't like cats and almost thought that this little bundle was one when I realized it's a puppy, but it did not want to play the way I'd like it to. I recently thought I had deja vu when this little black and white bundle appeared next door to us. It really teased me, particularly when not showing any fear. It actually dared to come in our yard, but boy, is it fast. I don't stand a chance of catching it. My dad calls me his big guard dog. Using my keen sense of hearing, I scan our surroundings for any sign of intruders. But it can be very tiring, so I need to take a nap every so now and then. A whole day alone at home can get quite long, so it's wonderful when my dad gets back from work in the afternoons. Then we greet each other thoroughly. Sometimes I can come with, like when we go away for a weekend. It may look cramped, but it's quite comfy here. Talking about sleep, I'm not allowed on beds. Surely I'm not on the bed, am I? I love my kennel, but people laugh at me when I walk around with a blanket on my back. My dad gets cross with me when I eat my blanket, but it is so nice to do. Unfortunately, I cannot hide the evidence either. My dad still does not know it, but I can read a clock. From 5 o'clock in the afternoons I start to pester my dad to go for a walk. If he dares going to the toilet around that time, I know it worked. And if he then puts on his shoes, I find it very hard to hide my excitement. I know exactly where my leash is kept, but for in case my dad forgot, I must point it out to him. I found that I can get to the front gate much quicker if I carry my own leash. My dad walks so slow, I must always wait for him to get to the gate. Here I must first wait until he gives me the go-ahead, just to stretch out the agony even more. By the time I start to walk, I'm so excited, I must bite into something to contain myself.
Hello, Sheeka.
During our route of about 2 kilometers, there are parts where my dad unties me when there are no people or dogs around. This allows me to explore the great smell universe out there, something many humans are not aware of. On the route we pass places where people park during sporting events and often leave edible scraps which I can easily sniff out. This sometimes makes me fall behind and then my dad needs to call me. We often pass several houses with dogs. For some reason I don't bother about some of them and just ignore them as if they are not there. Others I cannot stand and we have quite a dog fight through the fence or the gate or whatever. One guy I have not even seen, but his smell through the fence puts me off. When we get to busy roads, my dad just clicks the leash and I come and get hooked up. I actually know the route so well by now, I know exactly where we normally hook up, so I come automatically when we get there. See how my dad taught me to cross obstacles on the same side as him, so that my leash doesn't snag. A great section of the walk is along a stream. My dad unhooks me at the start of the footpath and we take a stroll along the stream's edge. In spring the bank erupts in a carpet of wildflowers like you cannot imagine. It is so much fun running through it. It also gives me the opportunity to take a dip in the water. My favorite swimming spot is next to a big granite boulder. In winter it rains so it can get pretty full. It's almost scary. But my dad is more worried than I am. I'm more scared at strange things in the water. There's another spot where I'd like to take a dip. Again, the water level changes from time to time. This can show a beautiful scene at sunset. We cross a stream over a small bridge, and when there are no dogs or people, I can stay running around freely, even along some sports fields. I'm always very thirsty when we return, particularly in summer. My big bowl is actually my swimming pool. By the way, did you know I don't lick up the water? I scoop it up with the back of my tongue. Time for a snack. I love biscuit crumbs, and my dad knows this. Another party trick is to show how well I can catch. This ability sometimes comes in handy to get a few more treats, even though when I'm not begging for it. I eat once a day, but I'm not very fond of those dry dog pills, so my dad must jazz it up a bit. My favorite is to add some puppy food. Actually, the best is human food scraps. I'm not allowed to beg from their table, so I sneakily sample the smell at a distance. I keep a close eye on the preparation process, and I can't help my excitement when I get good smells. Oops, excuse me. After an hour or so, I try my luck at some seconds, and it always works. Bologna is another favorite to spice up the boarding dog pills. Most will not believe it, but I love fruit, particularly mango, apples and oranges. I'm not very fond of the white bits in oranges, but the orange parts are nice. Time for a drink. My inside bell used to belong to the cat when I was little, and I'm still using it today. After supper, it's time for a nap. Soon I'm in dreamland and reliving the day's happenings. Before we go to bed, I quickly go to the toilet, and then it's time to brush my teeth. Again, I need to point out the container to my dad, in case he forgot where my dental sticks are stored. I love these. Bedtime, and my dad brings my bed in to my favorite spot at the foot of theirs. If it's cold, he covers me with the remains of my blanket. Good night, and thanks for watching. And enjoy the bloopers.
Hey. Hey. Oh.